beautiful ones, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a comparison video for you. So it's a what fits comparison video for you. Hopefully you will find this interesting and useful. The bags that I am going to show you are the Bottega Mini Wallace bag, the Candy Wallace bag, which is obviously a Bottega bag as well, and also the Bottega Mini Jodie. Now the reason why I've chosen the Mini Jodie to compare to also is it's quite likely that some of you already have a Mini Jodie bag, or you have had a Mini Jodie bag and you're quite familiar with what does and what doesn't fit, and that you're considering getting either one of these in the future. So I just want to include this for you just to give you a bit more of a rounded picture if you are looking at buying any of these bags. By the way, I'm Michelle and I love fashion. I especially love handbags and talking all things handbag. I have been loving and collecting handbags for well over a decade now. And I've learned an awful lot along the way, made my fair share of mistakes, and I feel like I know quite a bit about handbags, to be fair. So if you enjoy handbag content and you haven't yet subscribed, please do. It's absolutely free. It would mean an awful lot to me and it would be really, really wonderful to have you here. So let's jump in. My camera light is not looking good, so hopefully it will hold out. It's also starting to get a bit dark. Didn't realise quite how dark it's starting to get now in the UK, quite a bit earlier than it used to. Obviously summer's gone and we're now into autumn, so fingers crossed the light will hold out and the camera will hold out. So let's go in. So what I am going to do is I'm going to start off with the Mini Wallace bag, get as much as I can in here, then take it all out, put it in to this one, take it all out and put it in to this one. So I think we'll kind of get a bit of an idea along the way as we go as to what does and what doesn't fit. So I've put the handle up already on this one. If you know much about these bags, you will know that the handle does also clip into place and go like that. This is how I prefer to wear it, but it's quite nice really. You can put it up on your shoulder. What I find though is when it's on the clip, it's a little bit tight if you're wearing a coat to put it on the shoulder, but if you unclip it, and how this is sort of in the long term, if you wear it like this, whether it would damage it or not, I'm not entirely sure. But if you unclip it, it gives you about an extra inch of space to get it on the shoulder. And to be honest, that works perfect. So I'm not entirely sure why it was designed, because all it needs is just that little bit more just to make it a lot more versatile. But anyway, I digress. I will show you what fits in, but just about this bag, to be honest, I really like this bag. I've used this quite a lot. I got this, when did I get this? I got this, was it last year? I think it was sort of sometime last year, sort of middle-ish of summer, I think, last year. I got it just before the prices started going up and these Wallace bags hadn't been out for a massive amount of time. The same with the Candy one, actually. I got that before the prices increased, and I wore this quite a lot last autumn, and I will be doing the same again this year. And considering, well, I'll say I've worn it a lot. I've probably worn it about 3 times. For me, that's quite a lot. I've got quite a lot of handbags and I rotate them, so nothing really gets worn a massive amount really, but it kind of gets rotated and it comes out when I want to wear it. But there's not a single mark on this. The only downside of the 3 of these bags is that you can't put a bag charm on it, which for me is a bit annoying because I do love putting bag charms and things, but you can, and I have put scarves on the handles. I've also, on my white one, because I just get a little bit worried about colour transfer and things like that, is I've wrapped a scarf, a bit you do with Hermes bags, if you've got Hermes bags, or if you've seen Hermes bags, sort of the Kelly, the Birkin, sort of wrap it, and other ones where you just sort of wrap the twilly around the handle just to protect it a little bit. I've done that with these bags and it looks really cute. So let's go in with what fits. So I've got a range of different bits and pieces here to do a comparison with. This is probably one of the biggest things I have. This is from my son, an old Prime bottle that he had laying around in his dirty bedroom. So whether this is going to fit in here or not, I think it might do. I might have to do a bit of Tetris in to try to get some of these bits in, but that does go in there. And what else have I got? I've got a book. This is quite a thinnish book, but I thought it would make sense to see if that will go in there as well. So no, I can't get a book in. Even though this is quite a thinnish one, definitely if it was thicker, most certainly would not fit. So that is going over here. So we've got a bottle in here. I'm going to put my iPhone in. This is a regular iPhone 14 and I think this is just over 6 inches, so it's around about 6 inches. It's one of the smaller ones, but this should fit in all of these, I would hope, quite easily, even if you've got a large one. It goes in loads of room. These bags, they call them minis, but it's not a mini bag. It's definitely not a mini bag. So that goes in there perfectly fine. As you can see, still loads and loads of room. I've got my keys. Really need to get some sort of key holder, I think, for those. But anyway, what else have I got? I carry one of these around quite a lot with me. This is from Uniqlo. It's an Anya Himmarsh. And it's one of these little fold-up shopping bags. You can get these all over the place. I've got a few from Primark as well. And you just sort of scruff them up, fling them in, and I've worn these as bag charms as well, which I quite like, but they're so convenient just in case. Saves you 10p or however much blinking bags cost now in the UK. So save a bit of money with these, and I think they look quite cute as well, so I'm going to pop that in because that's something I do use quite a lot. I very often use my Prada pouch that I picked up fairly recently from Bicester. I've not got that here with me at the minute. That is downstairs. I sort of unpacked stuff, but I would say that that would fit in here quite easily. But the reason why I'm not using it, because I thought it was definitely not going to fit. Well, I don't think it'll fit in here, so I just thought it makes sense to call stuff out, do stuff a little bit more separate. So that fits in perfectly fine. I've got a deodorant. I always carry that around with me. I think you'll be able to get a few sort of personal, sort of feminine products, if you know what I mean, in here as well. Sort of scruff them up, pop them in. This is my usual purse that I carry. Sorry, it's got hair on it. My usual purse that I carry. This is just a Mason Margiela card holder. So it's got my cards in it, and it's also just got a little bit, it's just like a little coin purse stroke card holder thing. I like this. It's quite slimline. It fits in most things. So that's gone in really easily. As you can see, still got a ton of room. I've got my Tangle Tease brush. This is where the hair's coming from. Unicorns, love a unicorn. That fits in. Got a lip gloss. This is a fairly big lip gloss. This one is a Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Recommends that in. I've then got a lipstick. I wouldn't normally put these in here quite like this. As I said, I would usually use a pouch just so they don't sort of fall out and ruin my bag. Pop that in. And then just a hand sanitizer. So considering there's the bottle of drink in here, good knows how you get it out. I'll put that in first, which probably isn't the best thing to do. That would probably go on top, to be perfectly fair, but personally I probably wouldn't put a bottle of drink in here at all. But this is a comparison video, so just to give you an idea of what fits, and all these things fit. It would do up. So as you can see, there's not a massive amount of extra space in there, but this is not a mini bag. Definitely not a mini bag. So I will unpack all this so we know what goes in here, and I will now pop these all in the candy. See how much fits in there as a comparison. So we know the book definitely doesn't fit, so I'm not even going to try that. So right, pop that over there. Again, I've got the handle up on here to make it easier to put stuff in, but the handle does go down little, and that is again how I prefer to wear it. Just like that. It's a bit similar really to the Mini Jodie, but I much prefer it that way, to be fair. But just to make it a bit easier, I'm going to pop this up so we can put the things in. So, right, what we're going to do first. So, let's see if the bottle will go in. I don't know if it will. No, bottle doesn't go in. It's not, this bag is not as long as this one, as you can see. It's same height, I think. Is it the same height? I think it's about the same height, but it's not as long. Does that make sense? Can you see that? So with this one, I put it in like this and then just put it like that, which is why it fits. So right, so we know that doesn't fit in. I'm guessing the book's not going to fit in, is it? So right, so we've got the book to the side, bottle of water to the side. So those things we know aren't going to fit in. I'm hoping the rest of it will fit actually. As I said, this is quite a decent sized bag. So we're going to go with this first. That's probably one of the biggest things. I probably should have gone with the essentials. So we'll go with the essentials. Phone, card holder, keys, hairbrush, it's all fitting, deodorant, and that's almost full. I wouldn't want to put much else in there, to be fair. The zip will do up, so I think if I was to take that out, I could probably then get both of these in there. It's pretty much full, but when you compare the two, I think this one holds quite a lot. And considering this is smaller than the one that's called a mini, this is a Candy. I don't know if they still sell these actually. I did have a little look on the website and I couldn't see these. I was having a little look before I did this video because I was like, well, is there any point if they no longer make the Wallace bags? But they do still make them. There's still quite a few on there. Some really pretty ones actually. Price has gone up loads though from when I bought these. But I don't know if they still make these. I really like these though, especially with the handle down. They're really, really cute. There was a green one that I saw when these first came out and I really, really like that. And I'm thinking maybe I should have got that one instead. But yeah, this is the one that I chose. So I'll take these bits out and we will move on to the last bag, which is this one. I love these bags so much. I really, really want a black one. And I also really, really want a lilac one. I just like, I don't know if these are timeless. I'm wondering whether with the change of director, change of creative director at Bottega, whether they're still going to make these for much longer. They do go for quite cheap in comparison on the pre-love market. I've seen these for about a third of what they are new, so I'm guessing they're definitely going out of rage. But I still like them. I really, really do. They're so cute. A lot of people moan about the zips on these, but this one's all right, to be fair. It's probably not as smooth as it could be. The zips on those are absolutely fine, by the way. This one's probably not as smooth as it could be, but it's not really an issue. So, right, let's see what fits. I'm guessing this won't hold as much as the Candy. But they're still, again, these bags aren't bad. They're quite a decent size. So, right, going to go with the essentials first this time. So, card holder. That obviously fits in lovely. Phone. I'm going to be getting a new phone soon, a bigger one for work. So it'll be interesting to see how that fits into these. This does fit, but again, it's slightly Tetrisy already to try to get it in. It could just be how I'm holding it. It's a bit fiddly. With these ones, as I said, I'll put the handle up. So I'm guessing if I put the handle down, it would still be slightly awkward to get in. But yeah, it definitely fits. Look, loads and loads of room still in there. What else is essential? Obviously keys. For me, my hairbrush, I've got my long hair, even though I do usually wear it up quite a lot, but for me a hairbrush, definitely essential. Pop that in. Still a fair bit of room. I don't know whether this will fit in or not. No, so that's not fitting in, so I'll pop that over in that pile. Will my deodorant fit in? My deodorant does fit in. And I reckon, I don't know if I'll be able to get all three of these in here. I possibly could. Definitely get the lip gloss in. Lipstick. No, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take that out. And yeah, the rest of it does fit. And see if I can do the zip. Oh, hang on, I think my phone's phoning someone. I've got too much crap in here now. Right, anyway. I usually wear my phone on a phone strap, to be honest. I don't even put it in my bag. I have one of these. I took it off just for filming. So I've got one of these phone straps from Casetify. And I've got this one because it's metal and I thought it'd be a little bit better than a fabric one. Less likely for anybody to cut it or anything like that. And I usually go around with my phone on this and then put my phone in my pocket. So I wouldn't normally put it in here because it's just ferreting around and trying to get it out. And anyway, so that goes in. I'll just check the zip does up. Yeah, it does up. It's all in. So considering the only difference in what fits in here versus what fits in here is this, that and that, I don't think is too bad, to be fair. So, what do you think? As I said at the beginning, I love these bags. I have a thing for Bottega and I don't know what it is, whether it's just, I don't know. I can't explain why I love Bottega bags so much, but I do. If ever I overspend and buy something I shouldn't do, chances are it's going to be a Bottega bag. That lilac one and the black one with the silver hardware just lives in my head. I thought when I got my Picotin, my black Picotin with silver hardware, my dreams of one of these in black with silver hardware would just vanish, but it hasn't. The same as the Row bag, the small bindle. I have a thing about that bag as well at the minute. So again, I thought when I got my black Picotin, that would go, because they're not well, they are not the same, but they're still those smallish top handle black bags, but those that hasn't gone. So watch this space. But as I said, I love these bags. They smell amazing, and I don't know. I've got a few Bottega bags. I've got a few others that I've never shown you, which I absolutely love. So I might do a Bottega collection video at some point. I've not got massive amounts, which is why I've not really considered doing it before. If you want to see that, pop it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any of these bags, pop it in the comments as well. So if anybody's watching this video and they're interested in these bags, thinking about whether they should get them or not, please put please put your thoughts in the comments, because then it will help anybody else that's watching the video as well, because these things, they cost an awful lot of money now, and to buy something and then it doesn't work out for you, and then when you sell it pre-loved, these bags, unfortunately, you're never going to get what you pay for them back. And I think that it makes sense to just be a bit clued up when you buy stuff and know what you're buying. So if you've got any advice, any guidance or thoughts, please put it in the comments for other people. I'd be extremely interested to hear your thoughts as well. And that said, thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are in the world, please do have a lovely day. And if you get a chance to subscribe, it would mean the absolute world to me, as I said, and it'd be so lovely to have you here. So thanks again for watching. Bye bye.
Happened to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.